MicroStrategy coin is the future on Twitter, right? Or they're trading without the registration statement. So the entire industry shakes out.
What is a security is we're trying to fit something into a wrong framework.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what the crypto guys would say.
Because anybody can buy a house. If you say it's a property, everybody should be able to buy it.
Yeah, but Raul, if I created my own Mikey coin and then I pumped it on Twitter and I dumped it on the retail population after I gave a bunch to a celebrity who then told the world it was great, it's illegal and it's unethical. The truth of the matter is if you have a centralized group of people creating a token, which is a security, giving it to themselves and then selling it on the market and representing it as a decentralized property, you're crossing an ethical line and you're also crossing a legal line, and you can't avoid the ethical responsibility and the legal responsibility simply by saying, oh, it's new tech.
Nobody's saying that. What I'm saying is to classify it as a security is not the right way of stopping that. It doesn't stop it in equity markets. It doesn't stop it in the VC markets. It doesn't stop it at all. What it is it makes it more restrictive for people. Now, that nefarious behavior needs to be regulated.
If you understand securities law, you understand that they are securities. If I actually create 10 million tokens and I give 5 million to me and my four compatriots, and then we start marketing the rest, and we do it without a registration statement, without disclosing who owns the security, it is a security. You are violating securities law. The law is black and white. And so the only people that think it's not a security are people that don't know the law, right? If you look at everybody in the crypto space outside of Bitcoin, I think that most of them have never taken a company public. They don't have general counsels, right? They don't understand securities law as it stands. Like, I can't go, it would be inappropriate and unethical and illegal for me to go and give 1 million shares of MicroStrategy to a quarterback and then have him stand up and say, MicroStrategy coin is the future on Twitter, right? The whole point of securities laws is I have to disclose that via an 8K. There's all sorts of obligations, and the reason why is because I've diluted every other security holder, and that guy's making a representation that is closeted in another situation. So you really have to have a grasp of securities law here, and the person who's actually most informed on securities law, who is also most informed on crypto, is Gary Gensler. He actually knows more about cryptos than just about anybody I know in the crypto space. And he also knows more about securities and commodities law than anybody in the crypto space. And he has said on no less than 4 occasions, I quote, "There are a small number of cryptos that are not securities, but very many of them are," unquote. Right? You couldn't be clearer than that.
What does that mean? So let's say that you have to register, right, like everybody else does with a share offering. What is the issue?
It means that you literally have to register who owns the stuff.
But what's wrong with that?
Well, there's nothing wrong with it. That's the ethical, legal way to do it. The point is, that's not what's happening right now, Raul.
No, and that changes. Fine. The point being is I just think it's the wrong discussion because it doesn't matter. So let's say they regulate. So we all have to do it like Real Vision does or MicroStrategies does. We all have to register. Everything gets put down. There's a certain framework that is not based, that has an understanding of what digital assets are, and that people to operate or offer these things have to go through some regulatory framework. I mean, that's normal, right?
Well, what you're missing, Raul, is that if they're securities and you have to register them, then it's either unethical or illegal for most political jurisdictions and most people to own them or trade them. What happens is, like, for example, it's illegal for a congressperson to promote a security. It's unethical. So what you're going to find is that a lot of the crypto industry structures simplify in a rapid fashion, and you don't really need that many, right? You need very few. You don't need the 10,000. You probably need the one.
No, that's right. You certainly don't need people promoting it in the way that it's done, because it is not right. And that all of this stuff needs to get cleaned up in certain ways, without question.
I think the bottom line is there's a lot of regulatory cleanup to be done, and as it happens, you're going to see a shakeout in the crypto industry. Well, a year ago, I told you sell your gold, buy Bitcoin. I don't think I was wrong. Today, I would say sell your altcoins and buy Bitcoin. The conclusion is you should sell the altcoins. Everybody is overestimating the potential of the altcoins, and they're underestimating the potential of Bitcoin. The value of true digital property that is decentralized, that is a commodity, that is within the regulatory framework is huge and underestimated. And over and over again, what the regulators are telling you, like these are direct quotes from Gensler yesterday, stable coins may well be securities. Some tokens are commodities. Many of them are securities. DeFi is decentralized in name only. There are 6,000 projects. While some of these are commodities, many of them are securities under the law, and many of the platforms are. That's what he's saying. He said it 4 times. And he's not wrong, by the way. He's not wrong.
But Michael, making it security doesn't make it illegal. You just need to register. And if you register, you can do as you wish within the securities laws. So it doesn't actually make a difference. It's not like, oh, everything's illegal. It's like, no, you need to register it as a security and operate within guidelines of the administration that you're in.
Yeah, the point is all the exchanges where these things are trading are not registered with the SEC, and the DeFi exchanges are not registered with the SEC. So the only way they avoid complying with SEC laws is by maintaining that they're commodities as opposed to securities. And as soon as they're deemed as securities, that means that the DeFi exchanges have to shut down, right? And the tokens have to stop trading because they can't meet the requirements of AML, KYC, or they're trading with excessive leverage, or they're trading without the registration statement. So that the entire industry shakes out in a huge way, and it's to the benefit of the traditional institutional investors to the detriment of the crypto entrepreneurs. The people that are going to be the big winners are going to be the ones that have the publicly traded traditional financial fintech companies, because they can harness this. The ones that are going to suffer from the liability are the ones that are attempting to create their own coins and their own exchanges without filing with the SEC.
Yeah. And let's see. I think people will just file. Once they give guidelines, people should file. And then it's sorted out. And then things survive or they don't survive. I mean, it's as simple as that.
So if they do file, then that means your 20x, your 100x leverage that went to 20x leverage now has to go to 2x leverage.
Good. I mean, good. I mean,
you understand where we're headed.
Yeah, I personally don't use leverage, and I wouldn't.
Which means that the industry matures and it stabilizes, and the volatility decreases, the confidence increases, but the competitive edge of some people in the crypto space, right, is offering that much leverage. And if you didn't have that competitive edge, if you can't offer that range of coins or that range of leverage or the ability to do it without AML KYC, then you're at a competitive disadvantage. You lose market share. So where's the market share going to go, right? It goes to other players that maybe have bigger brands or have conventional assets, right? If I have 1 billion people on my iPhone, then maybe I can grab the entire space. So I think we're going through this period, and the question is going to be how many years will it take before that shakeout? And can you normalize yourself? right? I mean, the crypto exchanges are moving to normalize in regulatory jurisdictions. It's pretty clear that you're not going to be able to say, I have no headquarters, right? And therefore I'm not going to file. So, I mean, if you boil it down, I just think the upside on Bitcoin is underappreciated, and the upside on the other cryptos is overappreciated. I think the opportunity here is go long on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a solution to every tech company and every finance company in the world. And the fact that it's decentralized property and is deemed as a commodity means it is the innovation. Everything else is speculation, and it's dangerous speculation.